The Honourable Minister of Health, Seniors and Active Living.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madam Speaker. On April 3rd of this year, our province lost a great Manitoban. Peter Barkman spent his earliest years watching his parents, who had not much to spare themselves, consistently help others during the Great Depression and extended droughts. It formed in him a spirit of humility, gratefulness, and generosity that would last his entire lifetime. In 1947, he and his brothers began a plumbing and heating business that would over the next 7 decades become Barkman Concrete, one of Canada's foremost suppliers of precast concrete and an iconic Manitoba business. During his time leading the company, he showed he was an astute businessman who had a heart for his employees and the world around him. He gave generously, although often quietly, to individuals and causes locally and around the world. He counted as his greatest accomplishment the lives he was able to change from the fruits of his business. I had the great pleasure of visiting Peter a week before he passed away. We had an engaging conversation about our community, his business, politics, and faith. It was one of the most enjoyable visits that I've ever had with him, and I'll always treasure it. While his mobility had failed him in his later years, he wasn't able to get out of the house much. So he told his pastor, Terry Kaufman, that the last thing he would ever give up was going to church. He kept that promise as well. On Sunday morning, April 3rd, Peter passed away preparing to go to church. On behalf of all members of this assembly, I want to offer our condolences to Peter's wife, Winnie, his children, Carol and Keith, Alan and Joy, Kathy and John, and his many family and friends. Peter's example of caring and giving will live on through each of you and everyone who knew this great Manitoban. Thank you, Madam Speaker.